This is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Alright, so yesterday, I forget exactly which video it was, but commenter left a comment asking me if Shannon Briggs wins this WBA regular title, will he surpass George Foreman as the oldest heavyweight champion? Now, I got two different answers for that, okay? One, if you're just looking at their age, Foreman was 45 years old. Briggs is 45 years old. As of today, January 6th, I believe, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, Briggs is 45 years and 33 days. The night that Foreman beat Michael Moore, he was 45 years old, 360 days. All right. So I'm expecting Briggs and Oquendo to take place well before, 300, the next 340 days. You know what I mean? I expect that to take place within the next month or two. You know what I mean? So breaking it down like that, Foreman will still be the oldest. And we look at this WBA regular title. I mean, it's the WBA regular title. To me, I don't recognize this as the heavyweight championship. The night Foreman beat Michael Moore, he was beating Michael Moore, who was the IBF, WBA, and he was the lineal champion. So he was the man that beat the man. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that phrase, the man that beat the man, but shit, he was. You know what I mean? Holyfield beat Buster Douglas, who had beat Mike Tyson, and then Bo, beat Holyfield, and Holyfield came back and beat Bo. The reason that WBC title wasn't still involved because Bo threw it in a trash can. He did want to fight Lennox Lewis. So when Holyfield beat him, that title was not there. But Michael Moore, he beat Holyfield. So he was the WBA, the IBF, and the lineal champion. You know what I mean? So when Foreman beat him that night, he was beating the man. He was beating a 26-year-old, 35-0 Michael Moore. I think Moore's birthday was like a week or two after the fight or something like that. But I believe on fight night he was 26. You know what I mean? This is a whole different situation, man. This WBA regular title, I don't count it as a real title, So, but one thing I will say about this, man, and I know a lot of people that come to my videos, well, not a lot, but there's some people that come to the videos and they don't like the Let's Go champ. They don't like Shannon Briggs. Some they'll leave messages. I know some fans leave messages saying he hasn't fought this guy in this many years and how is he rated. I just look at this title, to me, this is no different than like the WBC interim title or something like that. I just really don't view it as the title. You know what I mean? The real title, the WBA, is going to be fought between, the winner out of Joshua and Klitschko will have that title. Even when Chigaev had this regular title and Brown beat him, and when Brown had knocked him out, I was just like, okay, Brown was calling himself the heavyweight champ. I'm like, all right, I guess, I mean, technically it is the regular WBA title, but I really don't look at it as the title. But with Shannon Briggs, though, man, this would be good for him. Like, this would be a good story for him if he was able to win this title. And nothing against Frez Oquendo. Frez Oquendo's an old guy, too. He's 43 years old. But just with Briggs, the reinventing himself and the Let's Go champ and all the positive energy that he brings. I know a lot of people they don't like it. I kind of scratch my head and wonder why people don't like it. You know what I mean? Some people say it's annoying and they think that something's wrong with Shannon Briggs. It's like, yeah, man, something is wrong with him. Positivity, man. And it's contagious, man. Just the energy. I mean, you go on social media, man. You see like old people, in their 60s saying "Let's go, champ." Little kids running around saying "Let's go, champ." Other athletes from different sports, different countries going around saying "Let's go, champ." I seen Anthony Joshua was in a bowling alley and he bowled a strike, and him and his friends were saying "Let's go, champ." Look at him. Just everybody loves this. Dillian White was doing running 6 miles, and he had his phone out on Instagram saying "Let's go, champ" as he's running. I mean, everybody picks up on this, man. It's just positive energy. I don't understand how you wouldn't appreciate it, but that's just me though. It's just, well, shit, me and a million other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But I like it, man. Whether he wins, lose, or draw, it's just good. You know what I mean? A lot of people were complaining, shit, 2 years ago. There's no excitement in the division. Everybody has a dry personality. It's so stale. It's so boring. And you have a guy like Briggs. Now, some of you want to see him get in there and fight the top guys, and then he can say, "Let's go, champ." You don't necessarily have to beat the top guys to, have a personality. You know what I mean? Plus, Shannon Briggs has put in his work. You know what I mean? This guy was, he held the lineal title. Shit, he actually beat Foreman. I thought he lost the fight, but he beat Foreman and was the lineal champion. You know what I mean? Back in the day in the 90s. So, I like Shannon Briggs, man. And I think, him getting his victory would kind of just be like a cherry on top, And then to make it better, shit, why not, if he wins this fight Antonio Tarver? You know what I mean? Have the fight in Florida somewhere. I know both guys they live in Florida, so I know, well, Tarver's from Florida and Briggs has made Florida home, so I'm sure there's a venue there that'll hold the fight, and you could probably have that fight. Now, for Oquendo, he can play spoiler in all this, man. He's a veteran guy that's been around the block, been in some close, debatable fights in his career. I thought the Chagayev fight was very debatable. His style can just muddy up things. He likes to move. He'll jump in with a 1-2, grab, get back out, move again, shoot a jab, shoot a right hand, come in, hold again, clinch. I mean, his style can muddy things up. I can see him beating Shannon Briggs. You know what I mean? In a unanimous decision type of fight, or a close unanimous decision type of fight, just based on his style. And Shannon Briggs, we know he gas. His he may not have the gas later on in fights, man. Gas in the tank later on in his fights. We know he was battling asthma, so and but I don't know, man. That dude has power. He has knockout power, and maybe he can catch Oquendo. Kendo hasn't fought in shit 2014 when he fought Chagayev's last time he fought. And he had a rematch clause for that regular WBA title. That's why he's in this position, because he's always had a rematch clause, went to court for it and everything. So it was in his contract when he fought, going into the Chagayev fight. So, but he hasn't been active. I know he was recovering from an injury. That injury had him out for a while. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see what his legs look like. But if Oquendo does still have some legs, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Briggs can catch him with something heavy, man, and drop him, or maybe get his respect and make Oquendo just stay on the outside and just want to go 12 rounds. But the fight's going to be competitive based on styles. I'll definitely favor Shannon Briggs as far as the momentum coming into the fight and having the one-punch knockout power. But Oquendo, the last I checked, he did have some good legs. And he has his style down. Just that awkward jumping in and out and circling a little bit. Him carrying his hands low can possibly get him in trouble. Briggs showed some good body work in that Zarate fight. I know it was an overmatched fight, but he showed some good body work in that fight. He's going to have to try to slow Oquendo down, man. This video went way longer than I thought, but yeah. And even if Shannon Briggs was 46 years old going into this fight and he beat Oquendo, I wouldn't look at him as the oldest heavyweight champion. I would still look at Foreman, being that he beat the man that beat the man, and Michael Moore. Just my opinion on it. I'm out.